Have you ever been confused by contemporary art? I certainly have. This course is about contemporary art as it emerges from the post-war era. We'll be looking at predecessors of postmodern art and abstract expressionism. We'll move up through pop art, which is considered the first truly postmodern movement. We'll be looking at identity politics, at the rise of the art market in the 1980s and 90s. We'll be looking at the rise of various concepts in art that challenged modern art, such as feminism, and we'll be looking also at monumental art, at public art projects. So we're going to take a very broad path through many different art forms in the contemporary era. What I find most interesting is that all you need to do is pick up a contemporary magazine and look at a review of an art show to find a lot of jargon, an awful lot of questions. And that's something that compelled me very early in my undergraduate career even, picking up an Art Forum magazine and looking at all these weird works of art that I had absolutely no contact or connection to. And it was really, I remember a very aha moment when I decided I am going to figure out what these are about. And that pretty much set me on a career path in many ways. So part of the questions that come up are really, how does one approach contemporary art? How do we move beyond concepts of beauty to look actually at much deeper conceptual theories? And the idea of theory is something we'll also be looking at a lot. It was a word that was bandied about quite a lot in the 1980s. What is a theoretical approach to looking at contemporary art? I think students in this course will come out with a little bit more confidence in various platforms that they can use to think about contemporary art, because contemporary art isn't just one thing, and there's not just a single meaning that's attached to individual artworks. The whole point of postmodernism in some ways is more about pluralism. That is, and we used to call it pastiche, even a smorgasbord, that artists, of course, access art history, they access concepts of vision, they access history, they access their own identity. A lot of identity politics goes into contemporary art. So we'll be looking at all of these various ways of constructing meaning as opposed to finding out what it means. We will understand that contemporary art actually is a space to create and produce meanings. And so I'm sure and I hope that the students will leave the class with more confidence in their museum going and in their approach to looking at works of contemporary art.